Right. Today, we're going to teach Charlie how to do mat settle stuff. Mat settle stuff is a kind of shaping. Shaping is a different kind of dog training technique that we use. It involves lots of problem-solving skills for the dog. When we do anything that involves problem-solving, oh, good. It's a huge brain workout for dogs. So for huskies that really have a reputation for being super smart, these are such a great, these kinds of training techniques are really good to kind of wear his brain out. Yeah, so he'd be mentally exhausted. Oh, I think Charlie likes me more too. Am I more exciting? Do you like me more? I've always liked you. I've always liked you. Oh my goodness. You smell so good. Did you get bath? Okay, you ready? You ready? All right. So the concept is that you can open this door. Charlie. Yes, good boy. You can open the door, and at the sound of that door being open, you can send your dog to a mat. And the mat is like a non-skid doormat. Non-skid is the best. They can be a bath rug too. And the goal is that we send the dog to the mat, and the dog is expected to lay down and stay there until we release them. The hard part about this behavior is not the down, stay, and the release. It's getting the dog to have motivation to actually go to a mat. The way that we do that is we build up an object association with the mat. We want him to think that this mat is a source of great things like food. So the way that we teach him to go to the mat is by creating a history of him being reinforced for making this pattern of coming from me to the mat, me to the mat, me to the mat. And the way that we do that is we start with 10 treats in our hand. So I'm going to put 10 treats in my hand. And we are going to toss these treats at a distance. It's really important that these treats be tossed more than an arm's length away from the mat. So we're going to stand this far away, and we're going to toss the treats on the mat. Yes, when the paws go on the mat. And you can see that I have this mat, yes, against a solid wall surface. And that is because, yes, if I toss the treat beyond the mat, yes, it'll bounce off of the wall and back onto the mat again. Yes. You want to vary your angles. Yes, when you do the tosses, so that's why I'm kind of walking around this mat. Yes, in a circle like this. Yes, because realistically, oops, that was a bad throw. Realistically, we are going to be sending the dog to the mat. Yes, from all different angles. Yes. All right. So this next time, when I throw this treat, when I go to throw the treat rather, I'm not going to actually throw the food. Everything else is going to look the same, except I'm not going to throw it. And I'm going to wait to see if he'll go onto that mat like he's done these past 10 times. So right now he thinks that sitting is what I want, and that's not what I want. He might start to lay down, he might start to get frustrated and jump on me and vocalize. This is the problem-solving part. All I'm doing is staring at the mat. I want him to start to think, and he's not there yet. I want him to start to think, where have I gone these past couple of times to get the food? And I want him to remember the pattern that we just did 10 times in a row of him walking over to that mat to get that food. I'm going to give him 20 more seconds to figure it out. You didn't get it, that's okay. So now we're just gonna do the same thing over again. We're gonna toss 10 treats on the mat, yes. When his paws get on there. Yes. Yes. Oh, you caught that one in the air before it went to the mat. You're not supposed to do that. Yes. 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 So this time, I'm going to pretend that I'm going to throw it, but I'm not actually going to throw anything, and I want him to turn around and go and try and see if that treat's been on the mat. And I'm going to give him 30 seconds to think about it. Didn't get it, so I'm going to go back to tossing 10 treats onto the mat. Okay. Yes, and it takes a little bit for them to understand what it is I want, because he has been reinforced more for sitting, getting him what he wants, so that's why he's continuing to sit in front of me. So I'm just trying to add another kind of offered behavior to his resume. You have to get off of it. Yes. Yes. Bad throw. Yes. 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 Well, remember what we're reinforcing here. Yes. Oh, we caught it in the air. We're reinforcing him being on the mat. Yes. I've never had a dog catch them in the air before. Nope, that's bad throw. Yes. Yes. Good job. So this time, everything's going to look the same. You didn't get it. So now I'm going to toss the treat 15 times instead of just 10 times to see if that helps him out. So let's see. I'm going to have to count this in my head. 1, 2, 1, yes. 2, yes. Got them all the way up. 3, yes. 4, yes. 5, Yes. 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 All the way. Yes. Yes, that one was really important. Yes. Yes. Come on, all the way off. He needs to come all the way off. Yes. Because the whole point is him sending to the mat. Right now, it's sending to the mat. Yes. We'll do one more. I know I've done a lot more than 15. Yes. Come on, all the way. I'm going to wait him out longer this time. I'm going to try and go for 60 seconds. Yes. So you didn't get it then. He's just going to require, I think, a lot of reinforcement history on this. If you have a bed at home that he lays down on frequently, yes. I would try and use that for this exercise. What I'm worried about doing, yes, is making this into a game of him trying to catch the treat that I'm throwing in the air. Yes. Most dogs don't do that. Yes. Yes. All the way up. Good luck, friend. Yes. Yes. Jimmy? Yes. Yes. So I'm trying to lure him back behind my leg even more, turn his head in, and then, send him from my hand so that I can kind of manipulate his gaze all the way back. Good job. Turn it in. Yes, so that his eyes are looking at the mat. Yes. Yes. Okay. Try it. You don't want to go Even though he didn't get all of his paws on there, he got some of it and he looked in that direction. So I'm going to treat him for that. Ready? So let's go back to luring him. We're going to do it 10 times. Yes. Yes. All the way behind me. Come on. Charlie, come on. Yes. 8. Yes. 7. 6. Yes, good boy. 5. Yes. Oops. Whoa. Here, buddy, I'll get it for you. Here, move away. Move away. Yes. 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 Pay close attention to what my body looks like when I'm doing this. Yes. I want it to try and look the same this time. Yes, good boy! Yay! Good job! Ooh, that was breakthrough moment. He made the decision to turn to look to the map to see if it had food on it. And oh my God, did I make sure that it had food on it. So we're gonna do the same exact thing, except I'm gonna throw 9 treats on it. And then the 10th time, I'm not going to throw anything at all. There is a steep learning curve to this, so hopefully we'll see that Charlie starts to accelerate at this skill faster and faster now that he got over that hurdle. Charlie, come here, come here. Good boy. So toss it. Yes. 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 Manny. Yes, good boy. Yes. Yes, he's still trying to catch it in the air. You little stinker. Yes. He caught it in the air. We don't want him to make it into a game of catching, yes, things in the air. So this time, I'm not going to actually throw a treat. Everything else is the same. He's getting tired. Boop, boop, boop. Come on, what are we doing? Come on. What are we doing, Charlie? Just trying to get him more amped up. Come on, what are we doing? What are you doing? You want this? You want it? Where's it go? about the food. Not as much excitement as I would want. Because what I want him to do is I want him to think, oh my God, I want that food, oh my God, I want that food, oh my God, I want that food. So he's starting to pace a little bit. And then I want him to think, oh, where have I gotten that food before? And you see the sitting? It's not what I want. What I want is him to turn his head, look at the mat, and then walk over to it. Losing him. Reminding him of my paycheck. I'm gonna let him think through this for 30 more seconds. If you didn't get it, then take a piece of food, toss it. Yes, then we'll go straight back into this. Make sure that he comes back and wraps around. Yes, so that it's not a game of catch the food in my mouth. Yes. The faster, yes, that we can do this and get him more and more into a rhythm. Yes. The higher the chances I feel that we have him, yes, going to the mat without us luring him with a piece of food. Yes. 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 I want him to kind of be an autopilot. Yes. When I don't throw it. Yes. So this time I'm not going to actually throw it. This doesn't work. Yes. So right there, I just rewarded him for looking at the mat. I'm going to start to do that for him whenever he struggles with going to it on a ghost throw. And then we actually decide to go on here. I'm going to reinforce him for that. Okay, free. So again, I'm kind of helping him out and bridging him to having a stronger mat association by rewarding him from just looking at the mat. Yes. I'm going to do this 10 times. Yes. Yes. Again, this should not be a game of can I catch the food in my mouth. Yes. Yes. Well, I think I have like 3 more throws. Yes. 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 Alright, this is going to be my phantom throw. marking him for just looking at the mat. And then I'm going to make it rain treats on the mat. Do you see how when I threw, when I made that phantom throw, he looked up at the desk? It was almost like he was expecting the treat to be up on the desk or the wall as opposed to the mat. Free! And to me, that means he hasn't really built up a strong enough association with the mat being something that is the source of the food. And I think that's the point of some of our struggle here. The only way around this is to just keep doing this. It takes some patience. And this behavior is a behavior that you will use so much, yes, when you have a dog. So I encourage you, yes, to make the journey through it. And you'll also learn a lot about, yes, what your dog looks like when they're learning, how you can shape learning and facilitate learning for happening. Some cool stuff. Yes. Again, this is called shaping because we're trying to gradually, yes, build him to doing this overarching behavior of running to a mat, laying down on it, yes, and staying there. We can't expect him to do that. Go on, Charlie. Yes, we can't expect him to do that at the start. So what we are doing, yes, is expecting him to be able to do these smaller baby steps. And then gradually these baby steps build and build and build. Yes, into more complex steps. Oop, distraction. Yes. So this is going to be my ghost throw. He just heard a door open. Dog's barking. Yes! He looked at the mat. I'm going to reinforce him for making that decision. For just literally having a thought to look at the mat for a food reward, I'm going to reinforce. And we have a distraction happening. Free! So whenever there's distractions, as you know, it makes it harder for the dogs to work through learning a new behavior. Okay, so we're going to lure him again. I'm going to do maybe like 8 tosses. Ready? Yes. 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 Good. And this is going to be the ghost throw. Yes! He stepped on it. Good job, buddy. So he stepped on the mat, but he looked up at the desk. I'm reinforcing him stepping on the mat, even though I would love for him to have looked at the mat and stepped on it, but we're trying to get some traction here. Free. I'm saying free whenever I am up next to him on the mat, because I want to let him know that I am going to release him from that position. Yes. This time I'm only going to toss it like 5 times. I like how he's hanging out on that mat more. Yes. And I like it because it means I'm trying to like build up this association of expectation of the mat to have food on it. If anywhere in this room right now, if he wants to eat, yes, I want him to think to check that mat first. Yes. Not the desk, not my hand, not my treat pouch. Yes, but this mat. Yes. Hi, Tony. Yes. Alright, this one's going to be a ghost throw. Ready? Yes! Do you see how he's starting to look at that mat quicker? If I were to practice this more and more with him, I would gradually try and see if the amount of time it takes for him to look to the mat for food, if that was becoming shorter and shorter, and I felt he was doing that more and more, then I would wait to reinforce until he put a paw on the mat, etc., etc. Great. A lot of people will train a dog to do a mat settle by running up to the mat with them. That helps the dog increase the chances of them going to that mat and settling, but what it doesn't do is gets the dog into the habit of sending away from the person. So that's why I'm doing it this way. Instead of putting a leash and running him up to the mat and yesing and treating when he hits the mat with his paws, I am having my body be realistically far away from him so that he's having to send away from me to go to the mat. But he progressed a lot in that session for sure. I encourage you guys to keep trying to work that. Say bye, Charlie. Bye.